Well, now that students and teachers are going back to school, Dr. Colorado wanted to remind you about Colorado's first school teacher, Professor Owen J. Goldrick. Good morning, Dr. Colorado. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So before we start our history lesson today, I just want to remind everyone you have this really cool wine train, a very special night that you're offering.
Right, we dress up Amtrak. It's been September 11th to 13th out in Grand Junction, touring the wineries in Palisade in Grand Junction.
Ooh,
and would love to have any of our listeners join us.
Well, people think you have to go to Napa for great wines, but Palisades, they have a fantastic few wineries up there, quite a few.
Great, and we actually meet the owners, taste the best of their products.
Good.
And find out you don't need to go to California to find wine.
So tickets are still available. You can go to dr-colorado.com to find out about that wine train. Now to some history. Share with me Colorado's first school teacher.
You would love him. He was a great character from County Sligo Island. You could see how well he dressed here. He came riding into this dusty, uneducated town looking like that.
Wow.
He had only $5 with him. Supposedly the first thing he did was get some Irish whiskey and then a cigar and paraded down the street, and everybody said he looked like the Lord.
My goodness. So he already had people talking when he first entered the town. Where was the school located?
On the Auraria campus, about 11th and Market Street. When Auraria was the little town that you see here.
Mm-hmm. What's on site today?
This is the Auraria Higher Education Center, now the largest campus by far in the state. Some 43,000 students there, continuing the work of Professor Goldrick.
Very nice. And I know the Auraria campus is near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, I've taught there all along, and it's great. It's a chance for second chance school for moms who stop to have kids and raise a family, come back later. Folks that didn't, for one reason or another, didn't make it the first time. People that can't afford the campus at Boulder or Fort Collins or DU.
It's a wonderful campus, and they offer so many great classes, and great educators like yourself teach there. And talk a little bit about the site, what's on there today, Goldrick's Pioneer School today. How's the campus site doing?
Unfortunately, there's not a marker on that exact site, but the campus today is dedicated to what he did. It's just going out and gathering folks in the city. His first class in 1859 included 2 Hispanics, 2 half-breed Indians.
Oh.
And so we still have quite a big minority population that can afford the Auraria campus.
And wasn't there another site, another school on that site?
Right. The Catholic school there, St. Elizabeth's, and here it is with these German Franciscans teaching kids their catechism and their English and
what a
other
great
topics.
picture. Look at their old-fashioned dresses. How cute is that in a little curly hair? That's adorable. Professor Goldrick's name still lives on in education today, right?
Right. Look, Moss found a picture of Goldrick Elementary School out in southwest Denver.
Very nice. So his spirit at least survives today then.
Right.
Look at that. That's fantastic.
Here he is risen from the dead at Riverside Cemetery. Coming back to haunt students.
Scary. Is that one of your students?
That is actually Dennis Gallagher,
Oh, is
our
that
city
Dennis?
auditor years ago. When he had his beard and was thinner.
He still looks great today, though, doesn't he? He still has that sassy attitude for sure.
Right.
And everybody, I think, has a teacher that inspired them once in their lives. I remember Mr. G. He was a great teacher for me. Who was your teacher that
I
inspired
had
you?
a professor at CU Denver, actually, where I went to school as well as teach, Lyle Dorsett.
And why was he such an inspiration?
He was great. I said, you know, there aren't many jobs in history. It's a long shot you'll ever get employed. And he said, Tom, if you love it, try it out. Give it your best shot.
Oh.
You'll always be sorry if you don't try, you know, for your dream, whether you make it or not.
And you did it.
Right.
And you've inspired so many. You've been teaching how many years now?
Gosh, forever, since way back in the last century. I think I started there in 1976.
What's the most rewarding part as a teacher for you of your years?
Well, I think seeing these kids come in that are so uncertain, so unconfident of themselves, then finding they can do research, that they can do publishable work. By the time they graduate, they have a lot more confidence in themselves.
That's wonderful. And do you still have a lot of students come in and keep in touch with you these past days?
Yeah, it's fun, and things like the Amtrak wine train, tours like that. It's fun to see students reappear or show up when I'm giving a talk or whatnot.
We've met several of your students over the years that they come on and they love to take, because you take the classroom out of the classroom and you take them to events like you said, the cemetery, and they get to portray some of these great people that they've learned about in the past.
Right. Why talk about railroads and Union Station when we're right downtown and we can walk down and take a look at Union Station and see the rebirth of railroading?
Isn't that fantastic? You are one of those teachers that have inspired so many, and thank you for coming on for our history lesson today. Great stuff. Dr. Colorado teaches in and out of the classroom, and he invites you to join his History Colorado tour aboard the Wine Train, otherwise known as Amtrak. It's September 11th through the 13th for a grand tour of the Western Slope, Colorado National Monument, downtown Grand Junction, and all the leading wineries of Mesa County. So make your reservation right now. Here's the number to call, 303-866-2394. Let me say it again. It's 303-866-2394. You can follow all of the Good Doctor's adventures on his website. Go to dr-colorado.com.